What is good, everybody, and welcome back to the replay review series. I'm super excited. We haven't done these in a long time. This is a high plat gameplay. Thank you, Chupa, for submitting. It takes a lot of courage to submit a gameplay, and we're going to use this as an opportunity to learn together. And the things that you're going to see in this match happen all the time. You know, you'll see this in Diamond games. But real quick, Recharge, favorite map in the game. I think it's phenomenal. At least for competitive, it's really, really good. Camo. Control, gold. These are your three main opening opportunities. In solo queue, contesting camo is the most important in my opinion. Huge tempo setter. This is very important for the game state. Control would be the least important in my opinion, and then obviously top gold is amazing. And maybe it's not obvious. So real quick, I'm Diamond 4. I was Onyx the first few seasons of Infinite, and I've been doing this for a long time, but just realize my tips are geared towards that silver, gold, plat range. And if you're high Onyx, you're probably going to know all of this and way more. I'm just doing my best to give you guys a nice flow chart of things that you can use in your own replays to try and improve as a player. Top gold on Recharge is king. Gold, glass, it's phenomenal. It's the best power position on the map. Huge opportunities for putting pressure on the most important angles on the map. The second most important power position is over here on C plat. Real quick before we go any further, 4 strongholds, C and B. Holding CB is the most important combo in my opinion. Next would be B and A. And the worst combo by far, I think, is AC. It's just way too hard to control. Now you're going to opt to push control. 2 things of note here. If you're pushing control, pick up the stickies as soon as possible, because if you are a really, really fast player, and you get right here and they didn't pick up stickies, easy splash damage on your opponent to shoot those. Similarly, pick up stickies if you spawn back A, the elevator spawn, because let's say you're contesting camo right here on the A side, easy to shoot that. Last thing I want to mention here is the plat position is like a quasi power position. It's very useful, not as good as gold, but on the opening route for contesting camo, super important. On C, if you're going to contest camo C plat on stairs, do not die just rushing into the camo pit. You're going to see that happen so often in solo queue. Help fight and contest this thing and try and pick it up. Don't just die for free. All right, so you're going to go control. You think somebody's coming plat, throw a nade, and then you see somebody over by BR and stickies. Throws a nade. You're buying enough time at least for your teammate to pick up the active camo, but you see that they're taking B. You sort of clear plat, but you miss out on an opportunity here where you could shoot window over to B. B is a death trap. Blue box is a death trap. If you're up here, 9 times out of 10, you should be winning this fight. Instead, you sort of push. Oops, we jumped back in time there. Instead, you sort of push right over here, and you end up getting taken out from the bridge turbine player. Let's fast forward here a little bit. Now, I've watched this replay before, and the main theme that you're going to notice is you don't work with your teammates pretty much the entire game. And that is what pretty much costs you guys the match. Teammates are not always the best. They don't put themselves usually in the best spots, especially in solo queue, but you have to work with them. Anytime you hear a gunfight, you need to be listening for it. You need to be looking for your teammates. And if you can help immediately, you need to. You need to put pressure on the opponents. The other priority coming off spawn, right, other than looking where your teammates are, is thinking about equipment, power-ups, power weapons. Then, once you've done that, take space, control spawns, and that comes down to holding power positions. So you got an awesome spawn. Red pipes, gold, shocks up. I bet you, come on, there we go. Grapple shot is up too. So big opportunity here to help out your team. You're taking B. It's all good. Drop back down. You know they're going to be over at C. Just keep applying pressure. Be super annoying right here. You don't have to overcommit. You don't have to ego challenge. Grabs the shock, super good move, and then immediately start applying that pressure. Even though you missed that shot, you scared that dude away. He knows that's a fight he's probably not going to win, and if he keeps contesting it, you should have the ability to easily take it. Now check out how close you are to our friend, Top Gold. Incredible position to control, and you guys right now have taken B, and it looks like A just got stopped, or it's about to get stopped, and you see your teammate is fighting here over at glass. He just won at glass. Long haul. And he's going to go push over for C. You instead push back for A, making yourself known. And I think for the next like 30 seconds or so, you're just going to stare right here at red pipes, thinking that they're going to push you. Again, this is a big crux moment. Your teammates just took C. You know they're going to be getting a bunch of pressure. And if you were up right here, you could be applying that additional pressure that's necessary. You can rotate back over. And instead, you're just going to hang out here for a long time. Super unfortunate timing. Isn't that the worst when you turn right as they like come through your line of sight? And you also know this guy got you one shot. He's probably going to continue to push you. So I wouldn't have recommended just chilling up there, up by grapple, sort of waiting to give him the power weapons right there. So, all right, continuing on, back A spawn. Not a bad spot to be. You still have C control. They're going to take B no matter what. So you know they're going to be pushing in from Turbine. So at this moment right here, a few important things. Game state check. Where are my teammates? You're all by yourself. You know that they're going to be pushing from B over here. Okay. Instead of fighting over an A, I would focus on getting with my teammates and helping push with them. Because having AC, like we've already talked about, not our favorite setup. We would like C and B. But instead, you're going to push and take this fight right here. This is why it's so incredibly important to know where your teammates are. Because check this out. You may think it's just you and this guy. Watch back A. Look who just spawned. Their spawner just got your spot. And now in this situation, you're done. You're toast. Like, oh, first kill. Almost the second kill. Oh my gosh. Let's go, dude. You almost outshot them right there. But again, not a situation you needed to be a part of, right? Blue pipe spawn. We're over here on C plat. Good power position. Apply some pressure. Where are your teammates at? Okay, one's over by A. And yet we go by ourselves. I'm not like totally opposed to this, like getting the BR then rotating back to C plat, but in doing so, you just opened up the C spawn for the new players to come on in. And in this moment, you're toast. Again, there's nothing you can really do in these split spawn scenarios. This is why it's so good to be adjacent to your teammates. Ooh, ooh! Normally you shouldn't be able to get a conversion there, but you do. This is why it's so useful to be next to your teammates, because if you get in the middle of a split spawn like that, it's almost impossible, right, to work over and collapse with them. You want to think of yourselves as this big unit. I mean, every map in Infinite is a big square. It's a big rectangle. You can easily predict, for the most part, where they're going to be. Think about it. Teammates are to your right, okay, over on A. You know somebody's probably not going to spawn right here while you're holding C plat. You don't see anybody here, and you don't see anybody here or hear gunfighting going on there, which means they're top gold. They're not rotating this way. So where are they going to rotate? It's all process of elimination, and it doesn't mean that your guesses need to be 100% right. You just need to have that general sense, that general spider tingling of like, oh my gosh, I'm getting pushed right now. I shouldn't be here by myself. And of course, you're going to lose that fight. Going in for the melee there was also dodgy. Full shields, but you didn't have a choice. You were reloading, so I understand it. Okay, by the way, active camo, 30 seconds. You got to start thinking to yourself, I've got 30 seconds to start to set up so that we can contest this power up. Instead, we're going to come over here, chilling in control. Working with your team, that was great. Look how much easier that was while you were working with your team. And then you immediately just sort of abandon him. You just came from that spawn. You know they're not going to be there very soon. Instead, you're just holding a line without helping your teammates out. Here you are, 8 seconds left. Not a plan, really, at all. And you're going to push back into, of course, 3 of the enemy team. You can't do anything at that moment. Because you didn't initially work with your team to contest and take out that player who was fighting over C, they super overwhelmed. Let's go check out active camo. Come on. There we go. Theater mode is just jank mank in this game. Camo's up, camo's up, camo's up. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, replay mode, for doing that. All right, so the camo's back up. Let's see how long until somebody picks it up. You guys just lost that big fight. Okay, this is one of those things in Diamond and Onyx lobbies. These get contested like right away. You usually don't see a power up this important, just chilling for this length of time. And almost 15, 20 seconds. You really could have, like, off of another spawn, continued to like fight over that or contest that. I think you're on respawn right now. And it may not seem like a lot. Did the theater mode super break to where I can't actually see you anymore? There we go. Okay, thank goodness. Oh, you were looking at it! Oh my gosh. You were straight up looking at the plasmas to shoot it for those coming off that spawn. It may not seem that important, but I'm telling you, those power-ups dictate so much of the momentum. You cannot just hop into a stronghold point without slaying. Same thing with King of the Hill. You have to slay before you go for it. Just dying for free, rushing onto a hill, no bueno. Oh, good. Good headphone usage right there. Wins the fight. You know, you got a teammate who just came off spawn with you. One's going turbine. Okay. And then you also probably heard that one fighting up there on top A. See, these are the moments where it starts to really go your way. And you know why? You're adjacent to your teammates. You're listening for the gunfights. You're aware and you're helping them. The moment you start to peel off like this and go rogue and go solo, it's when things usually fall apart. You should totally be able to, right now, with 1,000% accuracy, tell me where they're going to spawn. Yeah, good prediction. Oh, nice nade. That guy played that fight really well. I mean, all I could say is you could have gone out back like Platt. But that was good. You had a sense there of where they were spawning. Big split spawn. Where's your teammates? Where are you? But you're close to top gold, which means grabbing and holding this power position would be a big deal. Game state. One teammate down, the other one's out of the fight. You can push in here and help. Probably shouldn't have dropped down out of gold. Your teammate could have done that with you supporting from up top. Because over here is just the death zone. Your team, yeah, see your teammate, it's like, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to grab shock and I'm going to be done with this. Let's fast forward, you get it. And you get out. That's sick. Your teammate's fighting. It's just straight up over here. You're not even looking at it. You're fully autopiloting towards something else. It's fine because you're still working with your teammate. Man, unfortunate. So I had a paintball coach once. I used to play paintball a long time ago. It's been forever. But he had a really good saying, a gun down is a missed opportunity. And so in those situations where you're sliding, crosshair placement isn't where you think the opponents are going to be. You know, that was a fair 2v2 fight and you guys just like straight up lost. Yeah, your teammate had shock, so he probably should have been able to take out or body somebody pretty easy. But aim where you think they're going to be. Just be cautious with some of that movement tech. Like if you're going to be sliding into them, make sure you're comfortable enough to keep the crosshair tracking through that whole thing. Real quick, for my recharge players, this spot sucks on the map. Blue box, death trap. Especially if you're going to be trying to fight somebody Platt. Platt's going to win. Like they easily are going to win. Other thing I want to show you. Check out the skybox on this map. I feel like people don't realize there's a really cool waterfall out there. Okay, little fight back here on Long Haul. Top gold spawn. Let's go. Let's hang out here. Or let's not hang out here. You probably heard him. I'm going to assume that was the case in that situation. But most of this game, you haven't been C plat or top gold, and you haven't been working with your teammates. Okay, good pickup there. Continuing to push. This is just, okay, get out. Get out of there and prolong. Prolong the fight as long as possible. So when we're in those situations that we know are super losing, we ping immediately to let our teammates know. Always be pinging, right? Prolong, prolong, prolong. Buy as much time as possible for your teammates to get over there and to help you, or for them to do whatever they're doing on the map, because you know you're occupying the time and the brain power of two of the opponents right now. Don't ego challenge, right? It's really easy for all of us to do and be like, it's a losing situation. I just got to put as many shots in as I can. It's better if you can just like waste their time, man. Ooh, ooh. Beautiful. Top gold. Shock. I love it. Nice body. You gave your teammate that kill. Now look at this beautiful line that you're... Oh, the prediction. This is it. That's what I'm talking about right there. You got AB. You know they're going to spawn C or long haul. Beautiful. Woo! Crispy. That is peak right there, because you and your teammates were working in unison and you looked at where they were at on the map. Okay. You realize they're top control, but you're totally ignoring everything happening long haul. They're not crossing anywhere else, which means they're probably pushing long haul. Okay, they got a spawn. Ooh. Oh, man. So tricky. I would just hold this angle right here. Oh, man. Oh, man. These are those situations where, like, 100% running... So, oh, Ugh, no, don't drop down there. Running some octagon would be massively helpful because that would be an important moment in the game for you to land those shots, or at least be confident enough to hit a body on them so that they rush back in. It's okay. We all drop shots, but then coming right back down is just, oh man. Blue box in this area is not my favorite, man. It's super hard to fight B from here. And of course, the enemy team took like huge advantage of that. Let's fast forward. 2 nades, 2 kills right there, which is great. Grab C. Could probably rotate over C plat. Can you hear your teammates are fighting? You've got to listen for those fights. Got to listen and support. Because the red team, they were listening and supporting. King Booty got crossed up from not just C, but over in gold. Because his teammate in gold was helping out in that situation. That's why it's so useful. Listen and look and rotate, man. We're just going to fast forward here because at this point, it hasn't been like a total bloodbath, but you're missing a ton of opportunities. And the higher you get in ranked, the more people are going to just absolutely capitalize on these poor positioning mistakes. Okay, camo's up. Actually, I want to see that one more time. Tough place to fight, but at least you're aware of camo. You're going to push over on blue box. Your teammates are pinging it. Looks like he... Yep, okay. Just back down. Just back down. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, those are those situations where it's like, get out of dodge. Waste that guy's time. Drop pit. Escape. The ego challenge, when you have like a third of your shields left, no dice. Because you do your team no good on the respawn screen. You do your teammate a lot of good, even if you're just evading and causing a distraction for the opponents to focus on. You're occupying some of their, real estate, their mental real estate. Man, up here in top gold, dude, you want to just be holding these angles and being super confident up here. Nice. Excellent job. Split spawn. It's not the end of the world. They just took A. I like the support there. Beautiful. Excellent example of top gold helping. Now I'd probably rotate. Ignore that. You're not going to be able to do anything about A at this point, but you have a teammate who's pushing for C. This is good. I like this. Waiting for the onslaught of nades. Just chill. Just chill. Woo! And this, yeah. It's these moments. It's these moments right here. This guy's coming back up to help. His shields are coming off. Recharge. You have an easy out. You just finished this fight right here. Huge victory. Rotate right back here. Pressure, 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 pressure while shields recharge. Slide in ego chow. Half shields. Almost made it work. You almost made it work right there. But again, look at the game state. It is super close. You cannot be risking these poor deaths losing map control. It's so hard to regain map control, okay? And it's really important that you take that space and you maintain those angles to basically control the spawns. Once again, we are in another universe, another area code from our teammates at such a critical point in the game. You know where they're probably going to be spawning. And you're just going to get straight up crossed up here. Even if you didn't get taken out by that guy, the other dude was going to come rush in and take you. So kind of looks like game's wrapped up. And it's like usually an all-out last-ditch effort there. So, all right, GG. Really, you don't have to change a whole lot to see a huge amount of difference. So I'm going to go through like that flowchart again real quick. You want to immediately off-spawn. Where are my teammates? Listen for gunfights. If you can help them right away, do. Okay. Then you want to look for equipment, power-ups, power weapons. Shock. Grapple's really useful. Camo's incredible. Stickies are great. BR is nice. Those are all things that give you more tools in your arsenal to give you an advantage in the fight. Doesn't mean you're going to win every fight, but it does mean you're taking that advantage away from the opponent as well as giving yourself a little bit of an edge. Okay. Then after you've done that, take space and control spawns. These are the power weapon power position opportunities, I should say. If a teammate is controlling one of these power positions, you move to a support position. So let me give you a really good example here. As we've talked about, C plat is an excellent power position. You know what accompanies C plat beautifully? Window. Really useful. You know what also helps it out? A plat. Think of your team being in a nice line, right? And if you guys are clearing the map in that line fashion and collapsing together, you're going to have a very good sense of where the opponents are. You're not going to get a bunch of split spawn opportunities. And the last thing is you got to slay before you just dive onto those objective points. You did a pretty good job of doing that. I didn't see many opportunities where you were just dying on the point itself. But try and work a little bit closer with your teammates. That's my main takeaway from this match. Yeah, but overall, sick game, man. These are going to be small adjustments and changes that if you make, you're going to notice a very big difference. And I think Recharge is such a good map to practice all of these things for. So, what are my teammates doing? How can I help them? What is the state of the game, right? How's the equipment, the power-ups, the power weapons? And then once you've established that, take space, control those spawns, and pay very close attention to where you're at on the map in relation to what everybody else is doing, like what's happening in the match itself. I want to say a huge thanks to Chupa for submitting this replay. It takes a lot of confidence to be able to do this and put your gameplay out there. And he's like got some solid fundamentals. There's just a few things to brush up on, and I think they'll be like pretty big gains. If you all like the Return of Replay reviews, would you let me know down in the comments below? If we get enough support, I'll put out a tweet and a community post highlighting how you can submit your replays for future videos. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again very soon.